After watching this Elementor Flexbox masterclass, you will be a real ninja of Elementor page builder. You can literally design anything in Elementor whatever you will imagine. You can replicate any design from scratch. You can make any advanced website from your client's provided designs. You will learn how to think and design like a professional web designer. This tutorial is 100% beginner friendly. You don't need to have any coding skill nor any design experience. So if you're very new to WordPress and Elementor, this one tutorial will make you a professional web designer. Also, I have made everything in Elementor's latest Flexbox model, so you can also become an Elementor Flexbox expert by watching this tutorial. In this masterclass, we will not use any pre-made template, no additional plugin and no paid theme is required. We will create everything from scratch step by step. Now let me introduce you to myself first. My name is Jim Fahad. I'm a professional web developer. I have done more than 1200 plus website projects for my clients. Even I have done more than 100 plus jobs on a freelancing marketplace with 5-star ratings. And in this tutorial, I will show you the exact way how I have been creating my clients' websites. So you are basically learning from a real professional web developer. I'm really excited. If you're excited like me, please give this video a big thumbs up. This is the only thing I want from you. Other than that, this video is completely free for you. Let's now have a look at what we're going to make in this tutorial. First of all, I will show you how to create this type of amazing hero banner area, how to work with these headings, also how to style the headings very creatively like this. I will also show you how to create this type of inner forms and all other creative areas. Also, if you have a look, you see there are some floating images or icons here around. I will show you how to create this type of creating floating or moving animations. Next, I will show you how to create this type of curves or hover effects that will give your website really a premium feel. Then let's scroll down. I will show you how to design this type of layouts by using Elementor Flex container. And then I will show you how to create this type of creative areas or creative layouts. Also, I will show you how to make this type of hover effects. And then I will show you how to create this type of animated counters, how to embed videos within the website. Also, if you click over this video icon, you see the video is appearing within this beautiful pop-up or light box. Alright, let's close it. Then I will show you how to create this type of custom image carousel. And you see, instead of the boring left and right arrows, I have created a custom bottom arrows like this. Then let's scroll down. Here I will show you how to create this type of creative call to action areas and how to make these creative buttons with hover effects. And then I will show you how to create this type of creative pricing tables. Here you can also see the beautiful hover effects like this. And then I will also show you how to create this type of creative toggle bar so you can switch in between monthly and yearly pricing. Next, I will show you how to create this type of testimonial carousel like this. And then I will show you how to create these clean small cards by using Elementor Flexbox. And finally, I will of course show you how to create this type of complex footer layout by using Elementor Page Builder. Then at the right bottom corner, you see there is a top arrow icon. So if you just click on this icon, that will take you to the top of the website. And the interesting thing is, initially you cannot see the go to top button here in this place. But if you scroll down a few portion of the website, you see the go to top button is appearing here. So I will of course show you how to make this type of functional go to top button. Then I will show you how to create a transparent header like this so you can put your logo, your special button and navigation menus. So initially it's a transparent header, but if you scroll down your page a little bit, you see the header got sticky and its background color is now completely white. Then if you go to the top again, you see the header is becoming transparent. Finally, I will show you how to make any website 100% responsive for mobile and tablet devices. All the hidden techniques in Elementor Flex container, everything in detail, step by step. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so we're now inside WordPress admin panel or WordPress dashboard. This is a completely fresh WordPress install. I have just done two things here. So first of all, if I go to appearance to themes, you see I have just installed and activated the Hello Elementor theme. And then from plugins, if I go to installed plugins, you see I have installed here just Elementor and Elementor Pro plugins. By the way, Elementor Pro is not mandatory in this tutorial because I have just done 5 to 10% of this landing page or this website by using Elementor Pro. But I highly recommend you to have Elementor Pro. If you don't have Elementor Pro, I will put Elementor Pro purchase link in the description. But let's say if you don't want to purchase Elementor Pro at all, still you can watch this tutorial because you will get a lot of value inside of this tutorial for your design career. Alright, now first of all, I just wanna do an Elementor setting. So for that, from left, hover over on Elementor. From there, let's go to settings. Because in this tutorial, my main goal is to show you how to work with Elementor Flex container. That's completely new technology. So to enable the Elementor Flex container, from under experiments, go under experiments. From here, let's scroll down. It says Flex container. You see right now it's under beta. That's why actually we need to manually activate it. So from here, I'm making it active. Let's scroll down and click on Save Changes. Alright, now I wanna create a new page. So from left, hover over on Pages. From there, click on Add New. Now here, I just wanna give this page's name to Awesome Landing Page. Let's, from right top corner, click on Publish one more time. And now I wanna edit this page by using Elementor Page Builder. So from top, click on Edit with Elementor. Alright, so we're now inside Elementor Page Builder, and here everything is self-explanatory actually. So on the left, everything we can see, all these are Elementor elements or Elementor widgets, and on the right side, this is our canvas. So the main thing is we will be dragging these elements or widgets from left side to the right side. Then we will design the things like we will be changing the colors, we will be increasing or decreasing the font sizes like that. But before doing any other thing, first of all, I want to do a basic settings. So let's go to the very bottom left corner and click on this gear icon, because first of all, I just want to set the page layout to Elementor Canvas. So now we can no longer see the header and footer that was basically coming from the theme. And I actually don't want you to distract by those header and footer. I want to do the complete thing just by using Elementor Page Builder. Alright, now here's the fun part begin. Now let me show you first. Here at the left side we can see this is the heading element or heading widget. So if I want to use this heading widget on our website or on this right canvas, what we can do, we can just drag this heading widget from left side to the right side here like this. And you know, if you wanna change the text, you can change the text from this place. But before that, I wanna add some more elements or widgets here within the canvas. So from top, click on this Rubik's Cube icon, and here underneath this heading, I wanna add a text editor. Okay, so let's just drag this text editor to the canvas here, and underneath that, actually I wanna add some more elements. So click on the Rubik's Cube icon. From here, I'm dragging the button widget here on the right side. Then underneath, let's add another widget. So click on the Rubik's Cube icon, and from here, you know, you actually search the widget from here. So here I'm searching for icon box. So here it is. Let's drag this icon box to the right side here in this place. By the way, don't get confused because I'm not creating the real website at this moment. I have dragged all these elements from left to the right side only to give you some example. You already have got the basic idea. If you wanna drag any element from left to right side, all you need to do, you just need to click on this Rubik's Cube icon. Then you can drag your essential element from left side to the right side within the canvas. And then let's say if you wanna change the color of this heading, just click over this heading. You can go under its style tab. Then from here, you can change this text color to any other color by using this color picker. And same thing goes with all other elements. Let's say if you wanna change the design of this paragraph, just click over that, then go under its style tab. From here you can change the text color. If you wanna change the size or typography of this paragraph, just from here click on this pencil icon, and from here you can change the font family, you can change the font size, font weight, all other things from this place. But now, before doing any other thing, I wanna introduce you with the global settings. First, let me tell you why global settings is so important to know at the very first. Let's say in your page or your whole website, you have tens or 100s of headings, and you have made all the headings color red. Then let's say 1 or 2 weeks later, you decided you need to change all the red color headings to blue color. Then what you will do, you can change all the colors one by one from red to blue color. But if you set that red color as the global color, then you don't need to change all the headings color, I mean hundreds of headings color one by one from blue to red or red to blue. You can change the red color from one place, then hundreds of your headings get the blue color from the same place. So that's the power of global settings. And you can not only set the global color, if you want you can also set the global font, global typography, everything. I'm showing you everything step by step. But when you want to work with the global settings, the very first thing you need to do, okay, the first thing here, I'm just clicking on this green update button because I don't want to lose any of this at this moment. Let's just keep it like this, and I want to go back to our WordPress dashboard, and to do it, from here click on this hamburger icon, and from here click on exit. And yep, the setting, it says if I want to go back to this post, yep, no problem. So click here on apply, click on leave. And by the way, I cannot see the left bar from left side. If I want to enable the left sidebar, so from top right corner click on this vertical 3 dots. From here I'm just disabling the full screen mode from this place. Now I can see all the left menus here. Okay, so the settings I wanted to do from the Elementor, let's go to settings. Like I said, I wanna do all the global settings from inside Elementor. So for that reason, from here I'm disabling these global colors and fonts. I mean, I just wanna disable these default colors and fonts. So let's check it, also check it, and click on save changes. Alright, now we can go back inside Elementor, and we can just go to pages, to all pages. Here is our awesome landing page, and when you hover over here it says edit with Elementor. Let's click there, and this time I just want to open it from a new tab. So anytime if I need to go back to WordPress dashboard, I can do that from this place, and here on the new tab Elementor has opened. Okay, so now to set the global settings, from left top corner click on this hamburger icon, and from here click on site settings. Now the first settings I wanna do, I wanna set the global typography. So click on this typography, and from here, from inside this body typography, I wanna change the global font. So from here let's click on this pencil icon, and from here I'm opening the font family. You can see here tons of font families, all these are Google fonts. From here, for example, if I select this font globally, you see all the fonts has been changed here instantly. So you can understand all the fonts are basically coming from this place. So here instead of this font family, I just wanna set the Roboto family. So here I'm searching for Roboto, here you go, let's select Roboto. Then actually I don't wanna do any other thing with the global typography, just the font family, I'm okay with that. Now let's click outside and go back. Now I wanna set global colors. So to set the global colors, first of all, let's click here on global colors. By default we can see some colors here, but actually I won't be using any of these. So instead of primary, I wanna change its name. So just click here, and I wanna name it black main. So here I'm typing black main, it would be our main black color, and the color code would be #0E1133. Then here I'm just renaming this color. Instead of secondary, I'm naming it black light. So it would be also black but lighter than the main black color, and the color code would be #505056. Then the third color, actually here I wanna use a gray color, so here I'm naming it gray, and the color code would be #E7EAEF. And then here I wanna use our brand color. So instead of accent, I just wanna make it really easy to remember. So here I'm just naming it brand color, and the color code would be #EEF1F6. And not only these 4 colors, I wanna add one more color. So to do it, from here just click on add color, and I wanna name it as white background, and in short we can name it white BG, and the color code would be hash. Actually, I wanna make this white BG color to hash EEF1F6, and the brand color, instead of this gray or whitish color, I wanna change it to hash FF3E66. So you can call it kinda reddish pink color. Alright. Now to save these colors, from bottom click on this update button, and then from top let's go back, and this time I just wanna set the colors globally within the typography. So this time go inside typography. Now here you see, if you want you can select the global body color from here by using this color picker like this. But instead of that, as we have already set the global colors from the color palette, for that reason I'm just clicking here on this custom global icon, and for the global body text color I'm selecting black light color. You see all these paragraph text are getting the light black color from this global body color. Then here is the option for global links color. So for the global link color, I'm just setting the color to the black light color. You see the button text color has been changed to the light black color. Also, I wanna change the links hover color. So let's go under hover state. From here on hover, I'm just changing its color to our brand color. So let's select the brand color. Now have a look on this button text. If I just hover over on it, it's getting the global brand color. So it's simple like that. Now let's scroll down. I don't want to set H1 because I won't be using H1 inside of our website. But here H2 and 3, of course I want to change its global color. So on H2, I'm setting its global color to black main. Also for the H3, I'm setting the global color to for H3, I'm setting the global color to main black color. And then for the H4, I'm just setting the color to the brand color. You will get the reason why I'm doing it. So for now, just follow whatever I'm doing here. You will understand everything properly later while we will be creating the main website. Alright, now to save all these settings, again click here on this update button, and then from left top click on this back icon. Now I wanna do some more global settings. So from here, let's now go inside layout, because in Flexbox, Elementor by default adds 10 pixels of padding with all containers, and that's really super annoying for me. So I'm disabling that default padding from here. So I'm setting the default padding to 0 pixel. Also, let's save it by clicking on this update. Now let's go back. And from the global settings, I just wanna do one last thing. I wanna set up the design for the buttons, for the all buttons. So to set up the global button settings, from here let's click on buttons. So here with the button, very first thing, I just wanna go inside the typography, and from here I'm making its font size to 15 pixel, and also I'm making the font weight to 500. You can see the change immediately here within this button. Then from here, I just wanna set the main text color from here. So the text color would be the black main color from the global colors. And this color, this is basically the background color of this button. So I wanna set it as white. So I'm dragging this color picker color to the white like this. Then from here, let's set the border type to solid. And I wanna add, oops, not none, I wanna set the border type to solid, and here I'm adding border width to 1 pixel, or we can make it 2. Then from here I wanna set this border color. So from the global color, let's select the gray color. Then from here I wanna set the border radius. Border radius actually the corners. So if I wanna make the corners more rounded, I wanna increase I need to increase the border radius value inside of this field. So from here I'm making the border radius value to 30 pixel. You see the corners are more rounded here on this button. Then here is the padding option. So padding is basically the inner space of this button. So here if I set the padding value to 30, you see 30 pixel space has been added all around within this button. But here I wanna make some change. So first of all, let's click here to unlink them. So I'm clicking here. Now let's click the right and left value to 30, but the top and bottom value instead of 30, I'm making them 15, also 15 on the bottom like this. So the button is looking great at this moment, but we need to do a little bit of work on hover. So if I want to change something on hover from here, let's click on the hover state. So on the hover, I'm making the text color to white color from the color picker. Then the background color, I'm changing it to the brand color. Also the border color. So from here, border type, I'm again selecting it to solid. Then width to 2 pixel. Then the color, I'm also changing it to brand color. So at this moment, if I hover over on this button, you see the background and border color has become the brand color and the text color is now white color. So if now we need to create 10 or 20 buttons within our website, we don't need to do that manually. All these settings will be applied on all the buttons we will have in our website. How cool is that? Alright, now if you wanna change the setting, you just need to click here on this update button. So now I just wanna go back to the main panel. So from here, click on X. But before we start creating the real website, I just wanna show you some handy stuff. So from the left top corner, let's click on this hamburger icon. If I click on user preferences, so from under the preferences, here you see it's UI theme. So by default it's white, but I'm setting it to dark because I personally love dark themes. And then this is the panel width. The panel is this left bar. So if you wanna increase the size, you can increase it like this by dragging this to the right side. But I just wanna keep it to the default 300 pixel like this. Then from here, I just wanna turn on the editing handles because at this moment, you see if you wanna change anything with any elements or widgets, you just need to click on this blue pencil icon, or you need to right click here to find all their available options. But from the left sidebar, let's click on the hamburger icon again. From here, go to user preferences. If I enable the editing handles from this place, just have a look now. If I now just hover over on this blue pencil icon, I can see some handy options here like duplicating or deleting the elements here. So actually that's super handy and it will make our workflow super faster. Alright, then the next thing here is the responsive preview, and by default the hidden element option is shown, but sometimes it annoys me, so here I'm just hiding it. But if you want, you can keep it show. And here exit to, yep, I just wanna check this option. Actually it doesn't matter, but I'm just keeping it this post. Now I just wanna delete all of this dummy contents, so let's click on this X, also click on this X and this X. Let's delete this X. Let's delete it by clicking on this X as well. So this is a completely empty canvas. For now, click on this green update button to save our empty canvas. So here now I wanna create our hero banner first. So click here on this Rubik's Cube icon so we can see all the available elements here on the left side. But now instead of just dragging this element from left side to right side, first of all, actually I just wanna make a skeleton within our canvas. So to create the skeleton or this structure, first of all we need to click on this red plus icon, and here you will find a lot of available structures. So first of all, I'm selecting this structure, the first one. Let's select it. And don't get confused with all these available options. I will explain everything step by step. So for the moment, let's just scroll down and from here open the additional options. And for this section or for this container, I'm making the overflow option to hidden. Just stay with me, follow whatever I'm doing. I will explain it later why I have given the overflow value to hidden. Let's now open the container from here. So for this container, all this default value is fine. Now let's just go under style tab. Or before moving to the styles, let's go back to the layout, because here temporarily I just wanna give a minimum height. So from here, instead of pixel, I'm setting it viewport height, it's VH. So let's select it and let's drag it to the maximum value, so it will cover 100 viewport height. Now we will be doing everything within this 100 VH height. Or instead of 100, if I make it to 70 VH, you will understand it properly what's happening inside here. Again, this is just a temporary height, I'll remove it later. Now before going to style tab, let's go under advanced tab, because I want to make you understand the spacing first. So here, let's say if you wanna add some breathing space within this container, you can add that from here by using the padding. So from here, if I set the padding value to 100, you see 100 pixel of padding has been added to the top, bottom, left and right. But I wanna apply different value to the different sides. So you already know, we just need to unlink it first by clicking here, and at the bottom I wanna add 200 pixel of padding like this. Then at the left and right, instead of 100, I'm just adding 15 pixel of padding. Alright, let's now go under style tab. From here, if you wanna add any solid color background, you can do that from here. From the background type, let's click on this pencil icon. From here, let's see if you wanna change it to any other color, for example red, or you can drag this color wheel from here. So if you want to make it blue or black or white, you can do that. But I don't want to use any solid color, so to revert it, just click here on this clear button. Instead, I want to use the global color that we already have set. So from here, click on this globe icon, and for this area, I want to use this global BG or global background color from here. You see, it's kinda off-white color. Then along with the background color, I also wanna use a background image. So to use the background image, from here, let's click on this choose image button or this plus icon. Now by clicking on this select files button, you can upload images from your computer. So from here, I'm clicking on select files. Let's go inside images folder. And for the background image, let's select this hero image. Now click on open. It's already uploaded. By the way, if you want to use all the images that I'm using in this tutorial, you can just go to jimfahaddigital.com. I will put this page's link in the description. From that page, if you scroll down a bit here under important links, it says download the images I have used in this tutorial. Just click there and you will get all the images that I'm using in this particular tutorial. Alright, let's now go inside Elementor page builder. Now from here, let's just make sure you have selected the right image. Now from here, click on insert media. So here we can see the background image, but I just wanna adjust its position. So from here you can play with the position. So if you want, you can set it to center, or if you want, you can set it to top center. There are lots of options available. You can play around all of them, but for this one I'm selecting bottom right. Then if you notice, you see this image is repeating here at the top right or at the left bottom side. So I don't want that. For that reason, from here I'm making the repeat to no repeat. Then here's the size option. Let's open it. If you want, you can make it cover or you can make it contain. Also, there are lots more options. Actually, I wanna set it as a custom size. So instead of 100, I just wanna placing at this point. So 58% is looking perfect for me. Alright, now within this container, I wanna add some content or elements. So from here, let's click on this Rubik's Cube icon. First of all, I just wanna drag a heading widget. So let's drag this heading widget from left side to the right side here. Now if you wanna change the text, you can change that from here just by triple clicking here, and you can change the text from this place, or from the left side, just remove the text, and here I want it to say foreign day free. Now let's see, if you wanna make the alignment to centered, you can do that from here, or right aligned like this, but I just wanna keep it default, so I'm removing right. So by default it's going to the left side. Now if you wanna do any styling with it, go under style tab. From here, the first thing I wanna do, I wanna change its color. But you may remember I have set the global color for the H4 to our branded color. So for this heading, let's now go under content tab, and instead of H2, I wanna make it H4. So from here, I'm making it H4. You see, it's getting the branded color instantly. Now I just wanna change its size. So go under style tab. From here, let's open the typography just by clicking on this pencil icon. From here, I'm making its font size to 16 pixel. Then the weight, I'm making it to 500 like this. Now underneath that, I wanna add another heading widget. So click on the Rubik's Cube icon. From here, I'm dragging the heading widget underneath the existing heading here. Now here, instead of this text, I'm just pasting some text or heading text here. Now I wanna show you some other thing. Let's say I wanna add a line break within this launch and your, this word here. All I can do in between the launch and your text, here I need to add a HTML tag. That's very easy. Within the tag, I just need to write BR. That will be automatically adding the space in between this launch and your word. I wanna do the same here. Right after the one and in between application, I wanna add another line break. So here, right after one, here within the tag, I'm just writing BR. It's simple like that. Now if you wanna change the color, or if you wanna play with its size, you just need to go under its style tab. From here, first of all, I'm just changing the text color to our global black main color. Then let's go to the typography. From here, I'm making the font size to 64 pixel. It's really big. Then I want to reduce the font weight to 400 like this. But here, I just want to make this application word to bolder. So to do it, let's now go under content tab. And here you see, this is the application word. So before the application, I wanna insert a tag that says B. So within the tag symbol here, I'm just writing B, and here I need to end the B tag just by writing like this. Within the tag, I'm writing a / and B. So within the starting and closing B tag, the application word is becoming bold. But let's say if you're not happy with this bold weight, if you want to make it more bolder, then you can do another thing here. So within the first tag, within the first B tag, just follow my cursor here. I'm making a space here, and I'm typing style equal. Then within the quotation, I'm just writing font dash weight, then a colon, and I'm making it to 900. You see, it's becoming more bolder. So here you can change this value to 900 to any other thing. If you just make it to 100, you see it's becoming thinner. But I just wanna make it more bolder, so instead of 100, I'm making it 900 like this. Then underneath this heading, I wanna add a paragraph. So let's click on the Rubik's Cube icon. From left side, this time I'm dragging this text editor widget underneath this heading here in this place. Now instead of this dummy text, I'm pasting some real text here. Now to do the styling, let's just go under the style tab. From here, the text color, let's select the global color. So from here, I'm selecting the black light color. Then let's open the typography. From here, I just wanna increase the font size to 18 pixel. Alright, by the way, if you notice here on this heading, seems like they are very busy, there is no space in between. So to adjust it, let's click over this heading, go under its style tab, let's open the typography. I just want to adjust its line height. So first of all, I'm selecting it in EM and I'm making it 1.2. Actually, it's too much, let's make it just 1.1. Right now, it looks perfect. Alright. Now underneath this paragraph, I wanna add a container. That would be basically a inner container. Okay, so to do it from here, let's drag this container underneath this paragraph here. And not actually one container, underneath this container, I wanna take another container. So let's just duplicate this container one more time like this. So here we have got one container and underneath here is another inner container. And why am I saying this inner container? Okay, so to make you understand it properly, I'm going to take the help of the navigator. So whenever you want to open the navigator, just right click anywhere of the Elementor canvas, right click here and click on navigator, so you can understand their structure properly. Now first have a look. So if I scroll up a page, if I scroll up this page a little bit, here at the top we can see this is our main parent container. So if I click here, you see on the navigator this parent container has been selected, and within this container here we have got a container here, and underneath that here we have got another container that we have just taken. And I know sometimes it makes confusion. For that reason, I always rename the container's name. So this is the parent container. So just double click over here and I'm naming it hero banner. Then here, the first inner container, I'm renaming it to form wrapper because within that I will be adding some form. Then the second inner container, I'm renaming it to feedback wrapper, because I will be inserting some feedback stuff within this inner container. Alright, so let's now start with the form wrapper, this container. You see, whenever I'm selecting the wrapper from the navigator, this inner container is highlighted here within the canvas. Okay, so with the first child container, the first thing I wanna do, I'm making the content width instead of boxed, that's the default value, I'm making it to full width. So if I move the navigator to the top here, you see the width is 100%, and you can control its width from this place. You see it says width and by default it's set in percentage. If I move this bar to the left, you see the width is now decreasing like this, and I wanna keep it as 34% of width. Then I wanna give this inner container a background color, so go under style tab. From here, let's select the background type to classic, and from the color picker, I'm making its background color to pure white color. Then I wanna add some border with it, so from under style tab, let's scroll down. Here you see it says border, just open it. First of all, I'm making the border type to solid. Then have a look here. If I set the border width to 3 pixel, like here I'm putting 3, and if I minimize the bar for the moment, you see 3 pixel width has been added all around with the container. Actually we cannot see it because there is no content inside. Just open it for the moment. Here you see 3 pixel border has been added all around with this inner container, but I don't wanna apply the border with this whole container. I just wanna apply it on the left side. For that reason, I'm just unlinking it, and to the top I'm making it 0, right and bottom also I'm making it 0. So here only at the left side the border has been applied. Then the left border color, I'm selecting it from the global color, and that would be the brand color. Also I wanna make their corners rounded, so from here I'm setting the border radius to 40 pixel. Next, with this inner container, I also wanna apply some box shadow. So from here, let's open the box shadow by clicking on this pencil icon. And from here, first of all, you can select the box shadow color from this color picker. Let's open the color picker. By default, it's set to 0.5, but I wanna reduce it more. So I'm dragging it to the left side. So it's now 0.2, you can see it here. Then from this place, I'm making the vertical value to 15. The blur value, I'm making it to 60, and here is spread value, I'm just making it to negative. So if you wanna make any value to negative, you can just click here on this down chevron icon like this, but instead of -1, I'm making it -10. Alright, now I also wanna work with its positioning. Actually not positioning, I wanna work with its spacing. So let's scroll up, go under its advanced tab. Now first of all, let's unlink the margin from here, because I wanna only add some margin at the bottom. So here at the bottom I'm adding 30 pixel of margin. or let's just make it 20 pixel. And padding here I'm setting 20 pixel. Let's just unlink it because I just wanna keep the 20 pixel of padding to the left side, and on the right I'm making it just 0, and at the top and bottom I'm making it to 10 pixel. Alright, now within this inner container I wanna add a form, so click on this plus icon. Now here I'm searching for form, so here's the form widget. Let's drag this form widget within this inner container here. So by default the form you can see here, this is the default Elementor form, but instead of that form I wanna create an inline form. So to do it, first of all, here you see there are 3 fields: name, email and messages. If you want to add more, you can add them by clicking on add items, but instead of adding items I just wanna use the email field here. For that reason I'm removing the name. Just click on this X. Also let's remove the message from here, so click on the X. Now let's open the email field, and I don't want this label. Label is basically this text you can see here at the top, so I'm just removing it. So the label is empty, the type is email because this would be working as an email field. Now this is the placeholder, so this placeholder text you can see within the input field. So instead of email here I'm just writing info@example.com. So people would understand they need to put their email address within this field. Alright, now here is the trick. So first of all I'm making the column width to 80%, and then this is basically a button, you cannot see it yet, and my goal is I wanna set this button to the right side here. So to do it, let's just scroll down and open this button tab. First I'm making its column width to 20% like this. So you already understand that total width is 100%, and we have set the input width to 80% and this button width to 20%. That's why they are aligned within the same line. And here we cannot see the button text, but by default it says send, but instead of this send I just wanna use a right arrow icon here. So this send text is basically coming from here, so I'm removing this send from here, and like I said, instead I wanna just use a right arrow icon. So from here icon, click on this icon library, and from here you will find all the necessary icons, and here I'm searching for arrow, and in between them I wanna use this right arrow icon. Let's select it and click on insert. Still we cannot see it, but we can fix that from under style tab, but at least we can understand it. You see, here is the right arrow icon. Alright, now to style it properly, let's just go under style tab. From here let's just scroll down, and I'm opening the field tab. You see by default the border width is 1 pixel, that's why you can see this 1 pixel of border here, but I don't want that. That's why here I'm setting the border width to 0 pixel. Now we can no longer see the border here around. So we have designed the input field. Now I wanna design this button. So scroll down and open this buttons tab. So here the buttons text color, by default I wanna set it as our brand color, so we can say it here. And the default background color I'm making it transparent, and to make it transparent we can just drag this bottom bar to the very left side like this. And then I wanna do the same thing with its hover term. So go under hover, here I'm making the background color to transparent color, so drag this bar to the very left, and then the text color here I'm making it to the branded color, this one. So if I now hover over here, we can see the background is transparent and this arrow color is the branded color. And don't worry about these borders because it's basically coming from the global settings that we have set for the all buttons of this page. I will removing it particularly for this button by using some custom CSS. So for the moment, let's just keep it like this. So other than that, if I want to see the real preview, just minimize the bar from left side. It's looking great. Alright, let's open up the left bar from here. Now underneath this container, we have taken another container and we have renamed it to feedback wrapper. So this time I'm selecting the feedback wrapper, and similar like the form wrapper, I'm making its content width to full width, and here I'm making its width to 20%, or let's just make it 25%. And here I just wanna do some settings with the items. For the moment, just follow everything whatever I'm doing. I will explain them later why I'm doing this. So here I'm just making the direction to row, then the align items to centered, and here gap between elements I'm just making it to 10 pixel. Now within this feedback wrapper, I wanna take some inner container. So to do it, click on this plus icon. From here, let's drag a container here inside. So you see on the navigator within the feedback wrapper, we have got one container here, and I just wanna rename it. So here I'm typing left container, and then I wanna duplicate this container. So let's just right click here and click on duplicate, and I'm renaming it to right container. So instead of left, here I'm just writing right container. So here have a look on this navigator. Within the feedback wrapper, we have got two inner containers. One is left container and another is right container. And you may remember on this feedback wrapper, under the items, we have set the direction to row. As we have set its direction to row, that's why this left and right container is now one after another horizontally. But let's say if I now set the direction to column, you see the inner containers, the left containers and right containers are now vertically one after another. As my goal is to set them one after another horizontally, that's why I have set the direction to row. And here you have seen I have set the gap between elements is to 10 pixel. This 10 pixel is the gap in between these two containers. So instead of 10, if I just make it to 30, you see the inner space has been increased to 30 pixel. But I just wanna go back to 10 pixel. Very easy. Now within this left container, let's just click on this plus icon. Here I wanna insert an image widget. So from here, let's drag this image widget within this left container here. Now let's choose the image. From here, click on upload files. Now click on select files. Actually, I just wanna upload all of these images because we will be needing these images throughout the landing page. So let's select all of them together. Then click on open. So all of the images are uploading together here. Alright, so all the images has been uploaded. Now from these images, I'm selecting this image. Click on insert media. Here we can see the image. Now I just wanna align the image to the left side. So from here, I'm making the alignment to left. Now let's select this right container. So I'm selecting it by clicking here over this container. And you see by default the gap between elements is 20, but for this right container I'm making its gap to 0. And here first of all I wanna add a heading widget, so click on this plus icon. Now let's drag this heading widget within this right container here, and I just wanted to say 30k. Now go under the style tab, I'm making its text color to our global black main color. Then from the typography, let's make its font size to 26 pixel, and also I'm making the font weight to 900. Now underneath this 30k heading, let's go to the Rubik's Cube icon. Here I just wanna drag another heading underneath this 30k heading here, and I just wanted to say feedback. Now go under style tab because I wanna change this text color to the global black light color. Now from the typography, I'm making its font size to 13 pixel, and here font weight to 500. Now let me explain the settings I have done with the right container. So let's select the right container here. You see this time I have not set the direction to row because by default the direction is always set to vertical or the column. Because you see if I select column, nothing is changing here because this is the default value. So let's deselect it. It will automatically getting the column by default. But let's say if I set the direction to row, you see this 30k heading and the feedback heading, they are now one after another horizontally. In this case, I don't want that. That's why I'm just setting the default value. That's basically this column or vertical value. All right. So far, whatever we have done, if you don't want to lose any of this work, don't forget to click on this green update button to save your work. And now if you want to preview the work on real browser, I mean outside of the Elementor page builder, then from here you need to click on this eyeball icon. So let's click here. Now we can see it on the real browser and it's looking really nice. But like I said, here we need to fix these global button settings, because I wanna apply these settings on other buttons, but this button is exceptional. That's why I just wanna remove the global button settings from this place. And also there is another thing, if you notice closely, like if I put my cursor here and start typing my email address, for example jimfdigital@gmail.com, actually whenever I started writing anything inside of this field, we can see a tiny border around this field here, but I don't want that in this place. Actually, it's called the focus outline. So if I wanna remove this focus outline from this place, then we need to add some custom CSS snippet here. And it's actually super easy. So let's just go inside Elementor page builder again. Now from here, I'm selecting its wrapper container, this container. It says form wrapper container. Now make sure you have selected the form wrapper container. From under its advanced tab, let's scroll down and open the custom CSS field. Now within this custom CSS field, we need to write some custom CSS code, but no worries, because I already have written that code for you. To get that code, you can just go to jimfdigital.com. So like I said, you will find this page's link in the description. So from this page, if you scroll down a little bit, here it says remove input outline. So let's just copy this CSS snippet from here, go inside Elementor and paste the CSS code here. Now if I update the page, let's preview it on the real browser. Now have a look. If I start typing here like this, you see now we cannot see any outline border around this input field. So our first problem has been solved. Now I wanna remove the global settings from this button. So to do it, now go inside Elementor page builder again, and here we need to add a few more lines of CSS code. To get that, go to jimfdigital.com. From here underneath this snippet, and if you scroll here, it says remove button global settings. Just copy this CSS snippet from here, go inside Elementor. Now right underneath this CSS code, I'm just hitting enter a couple more times to make some space and paste the code here. So with this specific button, I have just removed the padding value to 0. Also I have disabled the border. It's very simple like this. Now to save our work, click on this green update button. Then next, I wanna add few other things to make this hero banner area look more unique. So to do it, let's just select this first heading or heading 4. I wanna add a painted highlighter here around this text. So to do it, again, I will be applying some custom CSS code. Make sure you have selected this heading, go under its advanced tab. From here, open the custom CSS field, and to get the code, just go to jimfdigital.com. Let's scroll down. Here it says heading highlighter CSS. Just copy this CSS snippet code from this place. Now go inside Elementor and paste the CSS snippet here. But still we cannot see any changes here, because if you have a close look on this CSS snippet, actually you don't need to understand any of this. Just focus here. It says background image, and within this bracket here it says image URL. Actually here you need to put a image URL link. So to get the image URL link, you can just go back to your WordPress dashboard. From your WordPress dashboard, as we have already uploaded all the images, so you can find the image from the media to, let's go to library. Now from inside library, actually I'm looking for this image, so let's select the image, and all the images you have uploaded to the Elementor, they all have their unique URL. So to get this image's URL, if you have a look to the right bottom corner, you see here is the image's URL. So you can just copy the images URL from this place, or you can simply click on copy URL to clipboard button. It says copied. Now go inside Elementor page builder, and here just remove this image URL text from here and paste the URL in this place. So here we can see this beautiful shape around the text. By the way, I have positioned it depending on my text that is 14-day free, but let's say if you wanna play with its position, you can do that from this place. It says left and top. So from left, by default I have set it to 40 pixel. For example, if you wanna change it to any other value, for example, instead of 40, if I write here 80, you see it's moving more from the left side, but instead of 80 here I just wanna keep it to the previous value, that's 40 pixel. Then from top I have set the value to 40%, but if you want you can play with that. So instead of top 40% you can put here 50%, so it's now more down from top. But instead of 50% I just want to keep it to the default 40%, so it looks perfect at this moment. And again, don't get overwhelmed all these CSS codes, because all these CSS codes are optional. You see, I have used this shape to make this area look more unique, but if you don't want that, then you don't need to add this CSS snippet as well. All these are just additional work to make our page more unique. You got it, right? Alright, now from the navigator, let's just minimize the form wrapper. Also, let's minimize the feedback wrapper. And actually at this moment, this hero banner is looking great. If you want, you can just keep it like this. But here, I just wanna show you how to make it more cool just by adding a few moving elements. Okay, so to do it, I just wanna add some images right underneath this feedback wrapper container. So to do it, let's click on the Rubik's Cube icon, and from here I just wanna drag this image widget underneath this feedback wrapper inner container. Not within this container, just outside of this feedback wrapper container here. So let's drag this image widget underneath this container here, but you see sometimes it's difficult to put it in the perfect place. For that reason, instead of putting the image here, I'm just putting here at the top of the paragraph here. I know within Elementor it's sometimes frustrating, but now I just wanna drag this image widget from the navigator. I'm just dragging it underneath the feedback wrapper here. Okay, so it's now under the feedback wrapper container here. Underneath we have got our image. Alright, let's select the image. So for the first image here, I'm selecting this leaf image. Now click on insert media, and you know what, here I actually wanna add 4 images, so I just wanna duplicate this image, and to duplicate it just hover over on this blue pencil icon. From here let's duplicate it. Let's duplicate it one more time, and let's duplicate it one last time. So here we have got 4 images. Let's change the second image from here. Select it. From here let's change this image, and I want to replace this image with this triangle. Let's now click on insert media. Then the third image, let's replace it. Let's replace it with these colorful dots. Select it and click on insert media. And the fourth image, let's replace it with these line shapes. With this one, let's click on insert media. Alright, so for the moment I'm just closing the navigator so you can watch it properly. Alright, so first let's select the first leaf image. Now go under its advanced tab. Actually I wanna set its position to absolute, so from here position I'm making it to absolute. Then from left I'm setting its value to 130 pixel, and from top I'm setting its value to 230 pixel. So its position has been changed. Just have a look. It's now sitting here because from left we have set its position to 130. That's why from left side it's now 130 pixel left side, and from top we have set the value to 230. So from top it's now under 230 pixel here in this place. And I will of course show you how to animate this image automatically, but before that I wanna make you understand another concept, that's the z-index concept. At this moment, if you have a look on this image, you see this image is at the top of this text, but I don't want that. I want the text at the top and this image should go underneath this text. So to do it, we need to use the z-index property. Basically, the element will have the higher z-index value that will sit at the top, and the element will have the lower z-index value that will go underneath. So at this moment, if we set its z-index value from here, if I set it to 0, and then let's select this heading widget, go under its advanced tab. From here, if I set its z-index to 0, you see nothing is changing because its z-index is 0 and this heading z-index is also 0, but instead of 0, if I now make its z-index value to 1, you see now the heading is at the top and the image is now underneath. And as this image also, all these images will be moving within this hero banner, that's why first of all I'm making all these elements z-index value to 1, so all the elements should always be at the top and these floating images will be underneath. So here with this heading, just go under advanced tab, here I'm making the z-index value to 1. Also with this paragraph, go under advanced tab, here I'm making the z-index value to 1. Also with this container, go under advanced tab, make the z-index value to 1. Also with this container, go under advanced tab and make the z-index value to 1. Alright, now before animating this image, now I also wanna make the other images position to absolute. So let's just select this triangle image, go under advanced tab, from here set the position to absolute. From left, making its value to 40 pixel, and this time the vertical orientation value I'm setting it to 290, but instead of top I'm setting it from bottom. So here if we scroll down, we can see it here, and you know for sure the z-index value would be 0 for this image as well. Now let's select the third image. By the way, I just wanna make you sure that you can use any other images instead of these images that I'm providing, and also you can play with their width. For example, if I select this image, this triangle image, if you go under its style tab, you can increase its width from here in percentage, or if you want you can set it in pixel. And for example here I'm making its width to 50 pixel. So like this you can make any custom width for any specific image. Alright, let's now select this third image, go under its advanced tab. From here let's set the position to absolute. For this image I'm setting the horizontal value from right side, and here I'm making it to 240. And the vertical orientation from top, I'm setting its value to 480 pixel. So you see it's now sitting here, and here is our fourth image. Let's select it, go under advanced tab. From here I'm making the position to absolute, and then the horizontal orientation I'm also setting it from right side. Let's keep the value to 0, and here the vertical orientation from top I'm making its value to 210 pixel, so it's now at this place here, and for sure I'm making the z-index value to 0. And now I will be adding the animation, so all these images will be moving automatically. But before that, let's just save the work all we have done so far. So click on the green update button, and to make that auto moving object animation we need to add some custom CSS snippet. And you know, to get the CSS snippet you can go to jimfahaddigital.com. Now underneath this snippet here it says auto shapes floating animations, and it's actually a pretty long CSS snippet. So just from top start copying it from here. Let's copy it. Actually it's a pretty long lines of CSS. Okay, not this all, just copy these. Make sure you have also selected this curly bracket from here. So let's just copy it. Now go inside Elementor, and here I wanna apply the CSS code globally. So to add the CSS snippet globally, all you can do from the top left corner, click on the hamburger icon. From here, click on site settings. Then let's scroll down and it says custom CSS. Click there, and within this field, let's just paste the CSS snippet we have just copied. So basically, I have created 5 animations, and the animations names are auto moving 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So these 5 animations, I'm showing you very shortly how to apply this animation with each of these images. So for the moment, to save this custom CSS snippet, to save this global custom CSS snippet, just click on this update button. Now from top, click on this X. Okay, so first of all, let's apply the first animation with this first image. But you see, now we cannot select this image because it's now underneath this heading widget. So we need to take the help of the navigator. Just right click here, open the navigator. Now open the hero banner. And you see underneath the feedback wrapper, we have got here 4 images, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So let's select the first image first. From under its advanced tab, let's scroll down. Here, actually within the CSS classes field, we need to add a class name here, and you cannot add any random class name because I already have given it a particular name. So to get that names, if you go back to jimfahaddigital.com, here you see the animations names are auto moving 1, auto moving 2, auto moving 3, like this. So from here, make sure you are not selecting this dot. So without this dot, just select auto moving 1. Now let's copy it, go inside Elementor. So with the first image, if I now paste the class name within the CSS class field, let's paste it here. It says auto moving 1. You see, it starts moving automatically like this. It's looking super cool at this moment. Okay, now I wanna show you another thing. So this time let's select the second image. So that's basically this triangle image. Now go under its advanced tab, and here if I set the same CSS class name, that would be auto moving 1, you see they are now moving in the same manner, but I wanna apply the different moving animation with the single images. So one animation will go with the first image, and then the second animation will go with the other image, like that. So to do it, here instead of auto moving 1, here I'm adding auto moving 4. So it's now moving differently than the first one. Still we cannot see it because it's coming right now at this moment. So if they move differently from another, it looks more unique. Okay, so let's select the third image. Now go under its advanced tab. From inside the CSS classes, let's paste the CSS code here, and here instead of auto moving 1, I'm just changing it to auto moving 5. So we can see the animation here. You see the image is also moving in a different motion. And let's just select the fourth image, go under advanced tab, and from here within the CSS classes, let's paste the class name here, and I wanna change it to auto moving 3. So here if we just wait, you can see the fourth image is coming here from the right side. By the way, if you just wanna write here 6, 7, 8, it won't work because I only have created 5 animations. So you can only write auto moving 1 or auto moving 2, auto moving 3, auto moving 4 or auto moving 5. Only these 5 class name will work for this moving object animation. So if you wanna see how it's actually looking on the real browser, so let's just click on this green update button, then click on this eyeball icon and have a look. Now you see this leaf is moving nicely from this portion. Here we can see also this brush kinda lines are moving. Here you can see another image. Here you can see the triangle. All are moving from different perspective. Actually, that's the reason I have created different animation for the different images. Altogether, they are looking really cool. Alright. So far our hero banner is looking really nice, but now I want to check how our hero area is looking on the tablet devices and mobile devices. Yes, now we need to check the responsiveness of this section. So to check its responsiveness, let's just go to the very bottom and click here on this responsive mode icon here. Now at the top we can see the tablet icon and mobile icon. So first of all, I want to check how it's looking on the mobile devices. So from top, let's click on this tablet icon. Okay, for the moment, I'm just moving this navigator here so we can see the hero banner area properly, how it's looking on the tablet device. So far, it's actually looking great on the tablet device, but we can adjust a few things here, like the font sizes of this heading. Because in tablet it looks a bit bigger, so let's just select this heading. Now go under its style tab and open the typography from this place. So you may remember on the desktop we have set these headings font size to 64 pixel, but for the tablet device I want to reduce it a bit. So from here I'm making it to 38 pixel. So on the tablet device it would be 38 pixel. But remember, it will only be applicable for the tablet devices. If we go back to the desktop device, you see it's still the same like we have put for the desktop before. But if we go back to the tablet, you see it's applied only on the tablet view. And here on the tablet, I just want to adjust a few things, like with this form wrapper container. Let's select it, go under its advanced tab. From here I just wanna adjust its padding. So first of all, let's unlink it. Here top and bottom I'm adding 10 pixel of padding, and left and right I'm adding 20 pixel of padding. So at the tablet device it's now looking perfect. Actually I'm happy with its tablet view. We can now move to the mobile view. So from top, let's click on mobile. Now on the mobile device I think we need to fix a few things, like here I want to make this background image a bit bigger. So to do it, first of all, let's just select the main hero banner, this container. Now from under its style tab, let's just set the width only for the mobile device. I wanna set its width a bit more. So instead of 58%, let's first select it in percentage, and here I'm making it 85% only for the mobile devices. So right now this image is looking perfectly fine, but you may see they are looking kind of busy, but it will be fixed very soon because I will be adjusting its width. So first of all, let's select this form wrapper container. Now from here, let's drag this navigator at the top. Now let's go inside this form wrapper container. Now select the main form. Let's now go under content tab. From here, go inside item 1. That's basically the email field. And here you see the column width it's getting by default, but we need to set it again. So from here, for the input field, for the email input field, I'm setting the column width to 80%. And then let's scroll down, open the buttons. From here, I'm again making the column width for the button to 20%. So right now it's looking great, and just click on this green update button to save your work. By the way, you may remember on the desktop we have given a temporarily minimum height to this main banner, so we can now remove that. So let's just go back to the desktop view. From here, make sure you have selected the main hero banner, this container. Go under its layout, and from here we actually no longer need this minimum height, so I'm just removing this minimum height from this place. So for the moment, let's just close the responsive bar from top. Also let's close the navigator, and if we minimize the bar, just have a look at this beautiful banner area. How cool it is. I hope only from this top banner area you already have learned a lot. So there is a lot more to cover. We will make this full landing page step by step, and I believe you will learn a lot of things, and you can put together all the knowledge and you can recreate any other page the way you imagine. Alright, let's now create our next section. So let's scroll down. But now before moving forward, I just wanna tell you something. You see, creating a creative website in this way is really time consuming. Of course, it's worth it. But let's say if you wanna create your website really fast, then I wanna introduce you to a new Elementor kit marketplace, that's kitpapa.com. Here you will find all the ready Elementor template kits, and basically you will find here all categories websites like portfolio websites, business websites, photography websites, agency websites, food and restaurant websites, corporate websites, you can name it. So just by using these template kits, you can make your own website or your client's website within few minutes. Just let me show you a few examples of their template kits. For example, here we can see it says Proton Business and Agency Elementor Template Kit. So if you want to preview the website, you can just click here on the See Details. Then in this page, you can see all the details about this template kit. So here it says about all its features, the templates you will get like home, about, portfolio, get a service, all the pages. And the most interesting thing is, if you click on this documentation button, that will take you to the installation guide. So if you don't know how to install it from scratch, you can just play this installation guide from here. You see it's just a 1.5 minute installation guide. So by following this installation guide, you can make your website within few clicks. And also let's scroll up. Here is a button, you see it says live demo. If I click here, you can see the whole preview of the website within this iframe. So you don't need to go elsewhere to see the preview. And you see there all the demos are looking really great, and everything is looking super polished and professional. You can see all other pages from inside this single iframe, so you can check all the pages. And another interesting thing is you can also check the responsiveness of the website. For example, if I go to the home page and if I go to the tablet view, from here you can check how this website is looking inside of a tablet device. Also you can check the mobile view from here. So on the mobile device everything is looking also great. You can check the menu from this place. So before purchasing the template kit, you can pre-decide by watching the full website from inside of this iframe. Let's just have a look few other template kits from them. Like here we can see another, actually I have purchased this one, it says Grow Biz. So just go and click on See Details. So similar like the previous one, if you wanna see the installation guide, just click on documentation, you can see the full guide. If you wanna preview the site, just click on live demo and you can pre-decide if it's perfect for your business or not. And you know, the purchase process is very simple. So from here you can see their price. Actually their price is really worth it. It's only $14 or $15. So you can just click here on add to cart, then go to checkout. And you know, from here you just need to log in or register and purchase this kit. So basically after purchasing the kit, you will get a zip file like this. Now I'm showing you very shortly how you can make a complete business website within few clicks by using Kitpapa template kits. Now let me be very transparent with you. Personally, I do develop websites for my clients and I usually charge $2,000 to $3,000 for a multi-page business website. And now let me show you how easily you can do it too for yourself or for your clients. Okay, so here I have just installed a fresh WordPress here, and you can use any theme you want, but Kitpapa always recommend to install Hello Elementor theme. For that reason, from appearance, if I show you, I have installed and activated Hello Elementor theme. And from plugins, if I now go to installed plugins, you see here I have installed only Elementor and Elementor Pro plugin. Okay, so now from Elementor, I just wanna do a simple settings before importing the kit. So from Elementor, let's now go to settings. Now go under advanced tab. And from this place here, it says enable unfiltered file uploads. I'm just enabling it from here. Now click on save changes. Then from the Elementor, from under Elementor, let's now click on tools. Now let's go under import or export kit. Now from here it says import a template kit. Click on start import, and here we need to upload the zip file that we have purchased from kitpapa.com. so that's basically this zip file. So here I'm just dragging this file within here like this. Then from the bottom right corner, click on next. Now from here click on import. So it says setting up your kit. This usually takes a few moments, so don't just refresh the page, wait a few seconds or a few minutes. Actually I see it takes only 20 to 30 seconds, but actually it also depends on your internet speed. So just wait until it loads and don't refresh the page. And yep, it says your kit is now live on your site. Alright, now let's click on this close button. So now from top right corner, if I hover over on my site name and let's click on this visit site, I'm opening it from a new tab, and let's have a look here. Our website is created within few clicks. Let's just browse everything. Yup, everything is showing perfectly. So all the areas, yep, we can also see the blog posts here. So everything is showing perfectly. Let's just go to other page. I'm going to about page. So here about page is also looking really nice, and all these FAQs, everything is showing perfectly. So let's go to other page. For example, let's go to the contact page. So here the contact page is also looking great. Now let's go to the blog page. Yep, the blog page is also looking great. So within a few clicks we have made our whole website. And for sure you can change all the contents, all the headings, all the images by yourself. So if you want to create your own website or your client's website really fast, just go to kitpapa.com, browse all the template kits and find out the best template kits for you. And this is just the beginning of this marketplace. They are adding new template kits every week. Alright, let's now go inside where we were. So let's now create our next section, and that would be our features section. Okay, and to create a new section you need to click on this plus icon, and I'm taking this column based structure. So let's click here, and first of all I just wanna take some space, so go under advanced tab. From here let's unlink the padding. Here at the top and bottom I'm adding 100 pixel of padding, and at the left and right let's add 15 pixel of padding. Now within this parent container I wanna take some child container or inner container. So let's click on the Rubik's Cube icon. From here I'm dragging this container here within this place, and also I wanna duplicate this container a couple more times. So let's duplicate it, and let's duplicate it one more time. So within the parent container now we have got 3 inner containers, and to make it easily understandable let's just right click here, open the navigator. Now we can name this parent container as it would be our features section. So I'm just renaming it to features, and then this one would be the first child. So we can just name it inner 1. Then this one let's rename it to inner 2, and then let's rename it to inner 3. So we can easily understand what's going on and which one is inside which container. So let's first start with the inner 1 container, this one, that means the first one. Now the first thing I wanna do, I wanna make its direction to row based. So let's select it to row, and within that I wanna take 2 inner containers. So click on this plus icon, and from here I'm dragging this container here, and let's now duplicate this container from the navigator. So right click here and let's duplicate it. So within the inner 1, this is our left container and this is our right container. So we can again just rename it to left container, and let's rename the second one to right container. Alright, now I'm starting with the left container. So first of all I'm making its content width to full width, and from here width let's make it to 50%. Also with the right container I wanna do the same, make the content width to full width, and I'm making its width to 50%. Alright, now let's start with this left container, this one. Click on this plus icon because first of all I want to insert an heading widget. From here I'm dragging the heading widget here inside, and here I'm just replacing this text with this text. It says how does it work. Now let's do some styling. Go under style tab, and we have set the global color for heading, so we don't need to set any color from this color picker. Now from the typography, I just want to increase the font size, so that would be 44 pixel. Now font weight, I want to make it really bold, so let's make it 900. And then I want to increase the line height a bit, so from here first I'm selecting 18 EM, and here I'm making it 1.2. Alright, now underneath this heading I want to take a paragraph, so let's click on the Rubik's Cube icon. From here I'm dragging the text editor widget here underneath. Also I'm replacing this text with another text. And now I want to show you another interesting thing, that is, if we scroll up a little bit here, you see we have placed here another text editor. So if we just want to replicate the style of this paragraph, all you need to do, just right click here, then click on copy. Now let's scroll down, and with this paragraph or with this text editor, just right click here and click on paste style. So it's automatically pasted the styles from this paragraph. So actually this is super handy in Elementor page builder. Now with this paragraph, let's select it, go under its advanced tab. I just wanna adjust its spacing a bit, so from here let's first unlink the margin. At the top I'm adding -10 pixel, and at the bottom here I'm adding -15 pixel of margin. Alright, let's now move the navigator to the left side so you can see it properly what I will be doing within this right container. So here within the right container, let's click on this plus icon. First of all, I wanna place a button widget here. So from here, let's drag this button to within the right container here. And you see it's already getting the styles from the global button settings. But now instead of this text, I wanna change it to other text. So from here, instead of click here, I just want it to say view all features. And right after that, I wanna add a right arrow icon. So to do it, from here icons, let's go to icon library, and here I'm searching for arrow, and let's select this one, click on insert. By default it's placed at the left side, but I want to place it to the right side. So from here I'm making the icon position to after. Now I wanna show you another interesting thing, because I wanna place this button at the right side and also at the bottom of this container. So to do it, let's first select this right container from here. Now just to make this button horizontally at the bottom, I'm making the justify content to end. And like I said, I also wanna place it to the right side of this container. So to do it, from here, I'm making the align items to end. So now this button is placed at the right bottom corner of its parent container here. Very easy concept. Alright, so we are done with the inner one container. So for the moment, let's minimize it, and let's now select the inner two container, this one. And here first thing I wanna do, I'm just making the direction to row. Then here I'm making the justify content to space between, and also I'm making the wrap value to wrap. I will explain it later why I'm making it to wrap. Now let's move the navigator so you can see it properly what I'm doing here. Now let's just go under its advanced tab. From here unlink the margin. At the top I'm adding 40 pixel of margin, and at the top I'm adding 60 pixel of margin. Now within this inner two container, I wanna create some curves. So to create the curves, we also need to add containers. So click on this plus icon. From here I'm dragging this container here, and the container we have just added, if I go inside this inner two, you see this is the container. So I'm just renaming it to card, or we can just name it to single card so you can understand it properly later. Now from here, let's select this single card. From here I'm making the single card's content width to full width, and let's make its width to 32%. Then I want to add some border with this card, so go under style tab. From here let's open the border. From here let's make the border type to solid, and I'm giving 1 pixel of border width, and border color, I'm selecting the gray color for that. And border radius, let's add 10 pixel of border radius. Then I wanna also add some box shadow with it, so let's open the box shadow. And first of all, I'm selecting the color to black color, but I'm just reducing its opacity to 0.2 like this. Then here I'm making the vertical value to 15, then the blur value to 60, and here the spread value to -10. And here I also wanna create a nice effect on hover. So to do it, let's just go under hover state here. On hover, I wanna appear a border only at the top. So first of all, to do it, from here make the border type to solid, and this time I just wanna add the border only at the top. So first of all unlink it, and at the top I'm adding 3 pixel of border width, and this time the border color would be #2FACFC. It's kinda light blue color. So initially we cannot see it, but when you hover over on it, we can see that at the top. Actually, we can see all the effects properly when we will add some elements within this card. But at this moment, I wanna also adjust the spacing of this card. So go under Advanced tab. First of all, let's add 50 pixel padding with this card. And at the margin, let's unlink it. I just wanna add some margin at the bottom. So here I'm adding 20 pixel of margin at the bottom. Alright, now within this card, I wanna put an icon box. Just click on this plus icon, and from here I'm searching for icon box. So here it is. Just drag it inside here within the card. Now, if you wanna change this icon, you can do that from here. So first of all, I'm searching for a bold icon. So let's select it, click on insert. Then I'm replacing this title, also this description. And here, instead of this static icon, I'm making it from view. Let's make it to stacked, and from here the shape circle is fine. Alright, let's now do some styling with it. So go under style tab. Now from here I'm making the primary color to the same color that we have added at the top here on hover. So that would be #2FACFC. And then let's adjust the icon size from here. So first of all, I'm making the spacing to 25. That's basically the space in between these two places. And also, if you notice, when I hover over here, the bold icon color is changing. I don't want that. So from here, I'm making the secondary color to white, so it won't be changed on hover now. Alright, now from here, I also want to decrease the size of this icon. So from here, I'm making it only 16 pixel, and let's increase the padding to 18 pixel. So we are pretty much done with this icon. Let's style this title and description. So from left, let's open this content tab. First of all, I just wanna make all of them aligned to the left. So from here, I'm making the alignment to left. Then from here, title spacing, let's make it to 10. Now I wanna change the size of this title. So from typography, I'm just making its font size to 20 pixel. And also let's increase the weight to 700 like this. Then with this description text, let's do it from here. You see it says description. So if you wanna keep the default body color, you can do that. But from here, I'm just changing it to main black color like this. But I think the default body color was perfect. So from here, let's just select it, and to undo the color, from here, click on clear. So it's now getting the default body color. But I just want to adjust its font size. So from here, from the typography, I'm making the font size to 16 pixel. Alright, now underneath this icon box, I want to place a button widget here underneath. So from here, let's click on this Rubik's Cube icon. Now from here, I'm dragging the button underneath this icon box here. And you see this button is also getting the default styling, I mean the global styling. But for this button, I don't want that. So here, first of all, I just want to change the default click here to read more. Also, I want to add a right arrow icon. So from here, I'm searching for arrow. Let's select this icon, click on insert, and I want to place it to the right side. So from here, I'm making the icon position to after. Now let's go under style tab. From here, first open the typography because I want to just make its font size to 14 pixel, then font weight to 500. Then I want to remove all the global styling from this specific button. So to do it, first of all, from here, I'm making the padding to 0. Also, I don't want that border around this button. So from here, the border type, I'm making it to none. But still, if we have a look, you see, it's getting the hover effect from global button settings. So to disable that, let's go under hover. So here on the hover, I'm making the background color to transparent color. Just drag this bar to the very left. And also the text color, I'm making it to black main color. So now if I hover over on this button, you see, it's not getting the global button settings. So if we now minimize the bar from left, you can see the hover effect properly. So initially it's looking like it, and when I hover over on it, you see at the top 3 pixel of border has been added. So it's now looking really nice. But also I wanna add another animation with it to make it look more cool. So to do it, just open the bar from left. But like I said, this is completely optional. If you want, you can add that. If you don't want that, you don't need to add that animation. As I like to add decent animation on cards, for that reason, I'm selecting this card. But make sure you have selected the card, not its parent container. So it's always safe to select the containers from the navigator. So from here, make sure you have selected the single card, this one. Now from under its advanced tab, let's scroll down and open the custom CSS field. And here I will be adding that hover animation CSS snippet. To get that, just go to jimfahaddigital.com. From here, let's scroll down a little bit. It says hover lift animation. Just copy this CSS snippet from this place. Now go inside Elementor and paste the CSS snippet here. So what difference will it make? Just minimize it for the moment and have a look. So initially it's looking like it, and now when we hover over on it, you see it lifts at the top a little bit. So altogether it's now looking really nice. Alright, let's open the bar from left. Now I just wanna duplicate this single card couple more times. So right click here, duplicate it. Actually I wanna create 6 single cards. So right click here, duplicate, right click here, duplicate it, and let's duplicate it couple more times. So from here, let's duplicate it one last time. So you see we have got 6 cards here. Now I will explain why I have used wrap to their parent container. So basically this single card's parent container is this inner 2 container, this one. And if we go under its layout, you see I have added the wrap value to wrap here. The reason is if I just disable the wrap value from here, just have a look now. So when you disable the wrap value of the parent container, all their child containers try to adjust within the parent in a single line. But I don't want that. That's why I have enabled this wrap. So let's enable it again to wrap. Now let's see how you can change all these icons and these colors. For example, let's select this icon box from here. So if I wanna change this icon to any other icon, so from here, I just wanna add here home icon. So I'm searching for home. Let's select it and insert it. And to change its color, just go under the style tab. From here, just change the primary color. This time I'm changing this color to hash EA4D89, and let's copy this color because I wanna apply the same color at the top of this card. So from here, from the navigator, let's select this single card, go to under its style tab. From here, open the border, go under its hover, and from this place I'm just changing this color to our new color. So if we now minimize the bar from left side, so have a look on this first card. If I now hover over here, we can see it's lifting a little bit to the top, and we can see this bluish border at the top. And with the second card, you see the border color has been changed. So similar like that, I wanna change all these icons, all these colors, and all these top border colors. So I'm doing it really quickly and I'm coming back to you. Alright, so I have changed all these icons color, and also all this top border color. And now from the navigator, let's just minimize this inner 2 container, so we can now start working with the inner 3 container. So let's select inner 3 container. That's basically this one. So with this container, first of all, I'm making the direction to row, and I wanna set a background color with it. Now go under style tab, from here background type, let's select the background color from our global colors, so that would be white BG. And I want to also add some spacing, so go under advanced tab, from here unlink the padding here with, okay, so let's first link it because I'm adding 60 pixel with it, and I just want to ignore the bottom space, so this time let's unlink it. At the bottom I'm just making it to 0. Then similar like before, within this inner 3 container, let's click on this plus icon, and here I'm dragging another container. Then let's duplicate this container one more time, and I always give name to the container, so this container name, let's just name it to left container, and this container, of course, it should be right container. Okay, so let's select the left container. Here I'm making the justify content to the end, and now within this container, let's just click on this plus icon, and here I'm dragging an image widget here. Let's now select the image. Now from here, for this area, I'm selecting this image, click on insert media. Alright, but this image is looking kind of big, so I want to reduce its width. Just go under its style tab. From here, I'm making its width to 85%. Alright, let's now go inside of this right container. Just move this navigator to the left side so you can see it properly. Now within this right container, click on this plus icon. First of all, I wanna drag a heading widget here. So let's drag this heading widget in this place, and this time I'm making the HTML tag to H4, so it's getting the color automatically from global settings. But now I wanna change this text to marketing. Now go under style tab. From here, first of all, I'm making the font size to 14 pixel and font weight to 500. Also, I wanna add some negative margin at the bottom of this heading, so just go under advanced tab, unlink the margin. At the bottom, I'm just adding negative 5 pixel of margin. Alright, now underneath this H4, I wanna add a heading 2, and we can just copy and paste that. So from top, from this place, let's just right click here and click on copy. Now let's scroll down. Make sure you have put your cursor right underneath this H4, then right click here and click on paste. So it's been pasted here instantly with all these tiles. How cool is that? Now let's just replace this text. So I'm replacing this text with other text, and underneath that I wanna use a paragraph, and you can just copy this from here. So let's copy it, and underneath here I'm just pasting it in this place. And of course I wanna change the text, so from here I'm changing the text, but in this time I just wanna reduce its font size a little bit. So from under style tab, let's open the typography. Instead of 18, I just wanna make it to 14 pixel. Actually 14 pixel is too much less or too smaller, so I'm making it to 16 pixel. Also, you see the space in between is too much, so to reduce it, let's just go under advanced tab. Let's unlink the margin. It's already unlinked because we have just pasted it from top. So here instead of 10, I'm just making it to -5 like this, and the bottom -15 is fine. Alright, now underneath here, I wanna put some icon box one after another horizontally. So to do it, first of all, I wanna take a container here. So click on this Rubik's Cube icon and let's drag this container underneath this paragraph here. As it's a single container here, we won't get confused, so we can just keep its name to container, or if you want, you can just rename it to maybe icon box wrapper like this. And here with this icon box wrapper container, I'm making the direction to row, and the gap between elements I'm making it to 30 pixel. Then I wanna also add some space in between this paragraph and this container. So go under advanced tab, from here unlink the margin. At the top I'm adding 15 pixel of margin. Alright, now we can insert here an icon box from scratch just by dragging from the left side. But instead of that, as we have created some icon box here, so let's just copy this icon box from this place and let's insert it here. So right click here and click on paste. But now I wanna adjust its styling. So first of all, I wanna change this icon. So from here, I'm just searching for check icon, this one. Let's select it. Then let's change this title. Also, let's change the description. And now for this icon box, let's scroll up. I just wanna set its icon position from left. Alright, now let's customize its styling. So from top, let's go under the style tab. Here, I'm changing this primary color to a kind of greenish color. So that would be #32C36A. And then, I just wanna make it really small here. So first of all, I'm just making the spacing to 15, or let's keep it 16. Then size, let's reduce it to 12. Then the padding, I wanna really reduce it a lot. So let's just keep it 6. And now I think we just need to fix this, because if you have a look, this green icon and this heading is not aligned at the top. So to fix it, let's just select it. From here, let's open the content tab, and here is the title. So go to its typography, and from here I'm making its line height to 0. And then we can increase the line height of this paragraph. So from here, let's open the typography of the description, and let's set its line height in EM first. So I'm making it just 1 or 1.2, maybe a bit more, 1.4. Alright, so far it looks good, but we'll understand it properly if I duplicate it. So for now, let's duplicate this icon box from this place. Let's duplicate it. Now I think we just need to increase the spacing in between this heading and paragraph. So let's just select it from under content tab. Here instead of 10, we can make it to 15 or 16. Also, let's do the same with this one. Just go under the style tab. From here, open the content. Now from this place, from the title, I'm just making it to 16. Then to make it really stick, I'm changing this text. So go under content tab, here the title, let's change it to other text. Alright, so far our inner 3 container is also looking great. So let's just minimize the inner 3 container from this place. And if I just turn off the navigator for the moment and have a look, so here this inner 3 container is looking great. Here is our inner 2 container, it's looking great. And here at the top, this is our inner 1 container, it's also looking great. Now the very last thing, we just need to check how it's looking from mobile and tablet device. So to check its responsiveness, let's just click here on this responsive mode. First, let's check it on tablet. So click on the tablet icon. So here we need to do a little bit of work. So first of all, let's just right click here and open the navigator. Okay, let's just keep it to the right side so we can see everything properly here. So here on the tablet view, I have not found anything problem with this first inner container. So let's select the second inner container. Here, I think we need to increase the width of this single cursor only on tablet device. So open the inner 2 container, and here is our single cursor. Let's select it. Go under its layout tab, and here I wanna increase its width. So make sure you have set it in percentage. Now I'm making its width to 48% only for tablet device. So I'm doing it really quickly for all other single cards. Let's select the card, go under layout, and from here I'm making it to 48%. I'm doing it really quickly and coming back to you. Alright, so I have made all these single curves width to 48% for the tablet device. So right now it's looking great. Let's now scroll down, and I just wanna go to the inner 3 container here. So with inner 3 container, we need to adjust a few things. First of all, I just wanna reduce its padding. Okay, so on the tablet device, I just wanna make its padding to 50 pixel all around. So here I'm setting the padding to 50 pixel. Then within this inner 3 container, if I open up the navigator, just open the inner 3, you see we have got here left container and right container, and within the left container we have got only this image, but I don't wanna show this image on the tablet or mobile view, so I just wanna hide it. And not only the image, I wanna hide this total left container. So let's select the left container, go under its advanced tab, let's scroll down and open the responsive tab. From here, I wanna hide it for tablet and mobile. So let's hide it, and also let's hide it for mobile device. So at this moment, everything is looking great on tablet view. Now I wanna check how it's looking on mobile device. So from here, let's click on mobile icon. Now on the mobile device, the very first thing I wanna do, you see the space at the top is huge for mobile device. So I wanna reduce that. First of all, let's select the main container. That's basically our features container. Just go under its advanced tab. From here, first of all, let's unlink it. On the left and right, let's just keep the default 15 pixel that we have used for the tablet and desktop. But for the top and bottom, I wanna use only 60 pixel of padding instead of 100. And then I wanna reduce the font size of this heading. So let's just select this heading, go to its typography, and you see it's getting 44 pixel from desktop. But not only for mobile device, actually I wanna reduce the font size for tablet as well. So first of all, let's go back to the tablet. If I set its font size to 38 pixel instead of 44, you see it's now looking much better. And if we now go back to mobile device, you see it's getting the font size from tablet. So 38 pixel is looking much decent. Alright, now I wanna align this button to the left side for mobile device. So from here, let's select its parent container. That's basically this right container. And here the align items instead of end, only for the mobile device, I'm selecting its align items to start. So it's now aligned to the left side. So now this first inner is looking great on mobile device. So I'm minimizing the first inner. So now let's open the second inner here. On the mobile, first of all, with this inner 2 or inner 2 container, I want to adjust its positioning. So go under advanced tab and link the margin. At the top it was 40, so I want to keep it 40 because 40 is fine. But at the bottom, I want to reduce it to 30 pixel. So for this inner 2 container is looking great on mobile device, and let's have a look on this inner 3. You see the padding seems huge on mobile device. So let's just select this inner 3 from here, and with the padding, let's first add 40 pixel all around. Now let's unlink it, because at the left and right I'm just adding 15 pixel of padding like this. And also, if you have a look, we have copied this heading from top. That's why it's still looking bigger. But now I wanna just copy and paste the style from this heading. So right click here, click on copy. Let's now scroll down, because you see it's looking much bigger for a mobile screen. So now right click here and click on paste style. It's now looking much decent. Alright, so everything is looking great on mobile device as well. Now let's go back and create our next section. For the moment, I'm just closing the responsive view from here, and then scroll down to the very bottom of our builder. So we have completed our hero banner and feature section. Let's now create our new section. So click on this plus icon, and this time again I'm taking this row based structure, this one. First of all, I want to add a background color with it. So go under style tab. From here, from the background type, let's add the global black color. So from here I'm selecting the black main color. Now go under Advanced tab. From here, padding. First I'm adding 100 pixel of padding. Then let's unlink it. At the left and right, I'm adding 15 pixel of padding. Now here I wanna put a heading and paragraph, and we have here our heading and paragraph. So let's just copy this heading from here, and within this place just right click here and paste it. But you see we cannot see it because its color and background color is same. So just go under Style tab, and here I'm making the text color to white. Also from under Content tab, I'm making its alignment to centered. Then underneath that I wanna put a paragraph. So again, let's go to top. Let's just right click here, copy this paragraph text from here. Now let's scroll down, and underneath this heading, right click here and paste it here. Then similar like before, just go under Style tab. Here I'm making the alignment to centered, also the text color to white color. Now for sure I wanna change the content, so let's change the content from here. Then let's change this heading font, not font, heading text as well. So within the title field, I'm just pasting some text here, and right after need this word I wanna add a line break. So I'm just adding the line break tag here. Alright, now underneath this paragraph I wanna add an inner container. So from here, let's drag this inner container underneath here in this place here. Now before doing any other thing, I just wanna rename these containers because it will make you confused. So here, this is the main container. I'm just renaming it to facts, as this is our facts section. And then within these facts, we have taken another container. So I just wanna rename it to inner container. Alright. Now this inner container, I'm making its direction to row. Now let's go under its Advanced tab, and from here I'm making the padding to 60 pixel, but let's just unlink it because at the bottom I'm making it to 0 pixel of padding. Now within this inner container I wanna take two more containers, one is left and right. So just click on this plus icon, let's drag this container here. So this is the inner container, and right click here, duplicate it again. So the first one, it would be our left container, and the next one, it would be our right container. Now let's start with the left one. So similar like before, you are already familiar with this, so I will move a bit faster than before. So let's make the left container width to, the content width to full width, and here I'm making its width to 50%. Also with the right container, let's make it content width to full width, and here width in percentage, I'm making it 50%. Alright, now let's start from the left container. First of all, here I'm making the justify content to centered for the left container. And here within the left container, I wanna put some icon box, and we already have created some icon box at the top. So let's just copy it from here. Later we can customize it. So copy it, and within the left container, right click here and let's paste it. Before changing any other content, the first thing I want to do here, I'm making the icon position from left. Now from top, I want to change this bell icon with circle or dot. Let's search for dot. Actually, we need to search for circle here. So here is a plain circle. Let's select it and insert it. Then I want to change the title and description. So first I'm replacing the title text. Then here is the description text. Alright, now let's go under Style tab. From here, first of all, I wanna change this primary color to our brand color. So from here, our brand color is here. Then the secondary color, I also wanna set it as our brand color. But now here, the primary color, I just wanna reduce its opacity. So from here, let's reduce its opacity just by dragging this bar to the left side like this. So you see, all together it's making a nice effect here. And now of course I wanna reduce its size. So from here, let's make the spacing to 16, size to 810, and the padding, let's set it to 6 pixel. Alright, let's now open the content tab. Now first of all, I'm making its spacing, instead of 10, I'm making it to 12. And you see here we cannot see the title because we need to change its color from here. So from this place, let's make its color to white color. And also I want to increase the font size, so from here let's make it to 24 pixel instead of 20. And also I want to reduce its line height, so first of all let's select it in EM, and here I'm making it 0.5. Alright, let's also change the color of the description, so I'm also making its color to white, maybe a little bit off-white, so from here I'm just reducing its opacity like this. And then from typography I'm reducing its font size from 16 pixel to 14 pixel. And then if you notice, you see there is no breathing space with this icon box, so let's go under advanced tab. Here I wanna add 30 pixel of padding, but here at the bottom we can reduce a bit, so unlink it. At the bottom I'm adding 25 pixel of padding. And then also I wanna reduce its width a little bit, so from here let's set the width to custom, and let's make it just 80% or a bit more. We can make it 82% like this. And also I wanna set its background color from under advanced tab, so from